with international flavor. Vibes Cuisine.
Welcome to the Vibes Cuisine Kitchen. I'm your host, Michelle Jones, and on today's show, I have a very special guest. I have with me today Minister Tufton. Hello, Minister.
Hello, Michelle. How are you?
I'm excellent, and thank you so much for coming to the Vibes Cuisine
my
Kitchen.
Pleasure, my pleasure.
And I hear you have lots of great things to tell us about today.
Well, yes, I'm here to observe, to learn, and to promote local consumption, which is critical.
I think, at Vibes Cuisine, we definitely try to use local produce, local proteins whenever we can in our recipes. Today's recipe that I've created for you is an orange fish with cassava, and I'm very excited about it, and I'm sure our viewers will be too when they see it.
Tasting it. I haven't had that one.
Today's recipe stars best dressed tilapia with roasted cassava in a lovely orange sauce. There's nothing more Jamaican than fish and bammy, and we're mixing it up today, giving you an alternative way to prepare your cassava along with your favorite fish. Are you ready to get cooking?
As you know, we have been experiencing globally, and certainly in Jamaica, an increase in prices of foodstuff for a number of reasons.
Right.
The consequence of that is that the cost of living for the average Jamaican has gone up
significantly too, because I just noticed with my regular weekly grocery bill, it has gone up tremendously in the past 6 to 8 weeks.
It is a big concern of the government. Now, added to that is that there are questions as to whether or not the availability of some of the critical starches will be there as consistent as it used to be in the past.
Right.
And therefore, I think it is very important for us to say to Jamaicans, listen, we have options. We are a very fortunate country in that whatever we plant grows. In every single case.
Right.
Our local starches offers a better range of nutrients than the imported stuff, which particularly rice and flour. And therefore, while we are not suggesting that we should abandon the imported stuff, what we're saying to the Jamaican consumers, listen, this can become a critical substitute so that we can cut down on the cost of the imports. And should the event occur where we cannot avail ourselves to those imported stuff, either because it's short on the world market or otherwise, then the local is as good. As a matter of fact, it is better in terms of nutrients.
While you're talking, I have a cassava here, a sweet cassava that has been peeled, and I'm just going to use my handy little wavy knife, and I'm just going to cut it up into slices. So you can go on and continue on about our...
Yes, for a number of reasons. The international conditions suggest that the demand for some of these basic starches and grains will continue to grow, and as a consequence, prices will continue to rise.
So we really need to step back and think about what we have here and how we can use it differently than what we're accustomed to. That's what we try to do here at Vibes. We try and show people, most people I think wouldn't know how to prepare cassava the way how I'm doing it today.
I'm happy that you have decided to do a dish comprising of local starches, in this case cassava, but one of the things I want to make very clear is that we have so many other starches, as you know, whether it's our yams or green bananas or sweet potato and others that could provide the same amount of nutrients and is as easy to prepare as cassava. The other thing too is that unfortunately there are many Jamaicans who associate our local produce with being an inferior product.
Not true at all,
And this is not the case. And I think it's important to get that message out there that in many countries, products like cassava, sweet potato are used more often than the traditional rice and flour which we are accustomed to here in Jamaica.
And they're very highly regarded.
Highly regarded because they are more nutritious.
The Best Dressed Fish is one of the fine brands from the Jamaica Broilers group, celebrating 50 years of serving Jamaicans in 2008. Here I have our Best Dressed tilapia, and I'm going to go ahead and season it. What I'm going to do is I'm only going to use 4 ingredients because I find that sometimes simple is best. You don't want to put too much things. I have some lee kum kee minced garlic, and I'm going to go ahead and place 2 spoonfuls into my fish. I have an orange glaze here that I'm going to pour about 3 ounces in. This is going to give it a nice color, and it'll also give it a really nice flavor. And to this, I'm going to add some black pepper And I'm also going to add a little bit of salt. I don't want to add too much salt.
Oh.
And I'm just going to mix everything around and season my fish. Minister, can you pass me that clear dish that's there?
Sure.
Thank you, thank you.
Right here?
Yep, that right there is perfect. All I'm going to do is place this into my baking dish. I'll just do a piece for me and a piece for you.
Yeah.
Put
Great.
one piece here and another piece.
It's a nice smell also.
Yeah, it does,
Nice
doesn't
aroma.
it?
Yes.
Actually, I'll do a third piece because I'm
When
hungry.
you get visitors, right?
Well, we sometimes do, but I eat a lot. Just going to take out our cassava, and it's looking nice. Some of them broke in half, but it's all right. I'm going to place them right beside our fish. Right here. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take an orange, and I'm going to slice it nice and thin, and I'm going to place it on top, and then we're going to put it into the oven, and then we're going to roast our fish and our cassava. It's almost like a roasted potato, but it's roasted cassava today. That was grown in Jamaica with our homegrown best dressed tilapia. Place this right on top of my fish.
Oh, that would do what? The juice from the oranges would add.
Will
the
add flavor.
Yes.
It will, when it caramelizes, the sugars are going to caramelize underneath the grill in the oven, and it's just going to give it a really nice flavor. It's going to look good because you always eat with your eyes first.
It looks good. It looks good as is.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to put a little bit of black pepper on top of my cassava. I'm just going to put this in the oven for about 10 minutes until my fish flakes easily, and I'm going to come back, show you with my very special guest, Minister Tufton, our best dressed orange tilapia with cassava. It's time for the Ocean Spray healthy eating tip.
Ocean Spray. Drink to life.
Cassava isn't just for Bammies anymore. This locally grown food is a complex carbohydrate and gives an extended release of energy. It has significantly higher starch content than other starches such as rice, and it's full of fiber. We are back with Minister Tufton, and our best dressed orange tilapia with cassava is finished. Minister?
Smells good too.
Thank you very much. Would you like to try a piece of the cassava? Oh,
Of course, I'd love to try it.
okay.
Okay.
It's hot, be careful.
Ready. And
You're so
tasting
funny.
very good. Very lovely.
Good.
Lovely, lovely.
Thank you so much for coming. Will you come back and visit us?
I will certainly do. As
Okay.
long as we're promoting local.
Of course.
That's the most important thing.
Thanks to Minister Tufton for giving today's dish his approval. Let's all heed his advice and cook more of the great local starch alternatives we are blessed with, like our delicious cassava roasted with fish. Visit myspace.com/Vibes Cuisine to cook along with the show. Here's one last look at our recipe. For details, email us at recipes@vibescuisine.com or visit www.jamaicabroilersgroup.com.
Housewares for Vibes Cuisine courtesy of Asmart. Chances are if you need it, Asmart has it. Wardrobe provided by Kerry, Man Woman Home. Fitness by Gymkhana. Thanks to all our associate sponsors. Vibes Cuisine was brought to you by the Best Dressed Chicken, one of the fine products from the Jamaica Broilers Group, and Lee Kum Kee, leader of authentic Chinese sauces. Vibes Cuisine is brought to you by the Best Dressed Chicken, one of the fine products from the Jamaica Broilers Group, and Lee Kum Kee, authentic Chinese sauces. It's time for the Caribbean cooking show with international flavor, Vibes Cuisine.
Welcome to the Vibes Cuisine Kitchen. I'm your host, Michelle Jones, and on today's show, I'm going to be using my reggae jam and rotisserie chicken and my Lee Kum Kee sauces to make an easy